Well, it's Thursday afternoon. How's everybody doing out there today? See, we got a few people in here. Let me just read through a couple. More mellow leather. Am I saying that right, you think? More mellow leather. Missy at Shore Homestead. Red Silo Homestead. Whiskey and Sunshine Off-Grid. Camo and Bose Homestead. Walterman. They're going to be at the picnic? Walterman Homestead. We were going to be at the picnic in Kentucky. So, we'll just talk about that for a moment here. September the 12th. That is a Saturday. Picnic in the park. Potlucks? That was called potluck. Potluck picnic. Bring a dish to share. This is in Grand Rivers, Kentucky. That's in the southwest corner of Kentucky. And we went for their inaugural one last year, and it was a wonderful time. And this year, I'm sure will be even much, much better. Especially since the meetups and conferences and all that have been so slim this year due to the virus that's making people sick and causing people to wear their robbery masks and hold people up and encouraging more crime on the streets and all that. But so if you get a chance, Kentucky next month, September the 12th. Be there. Be a wonderful time. It's going to be a venison cook-off. For more direct information on that, there is a Facebook page group. Heartland Homesteaders, Facebook. Life with Linda. How you doing? So, we know some folks that were in the path of the storm that just came through here the past couple nights. I have not been in direct contact with Todd and Jareth. That's Reap What You Sow. So, but I am assuming they're doing fine. They're doing fine. I did get a text message from Brent Broussard, and they are doing fine. Matter of fact, let me just. Minimal damage. Also, very unreliable cell internet. Please update our mutual friends in your show today. So that's obviously with Brett being a fireman, that puts him in the group of the first responders, and I'm sure he is a busy person today because Lake Charles got slammed. I mean, they were right in the eye of the storm, so to speak. A big television tower blew down. High-rise buildings, windows blown out. There's tremendous amount of damage. Lots of people out of power. I think the best thing about this storm is that the storm surge doesn't appear it was as bad as what they had projected. So that's a plus, but that's not to minimize the damage that took place, especially along the shorelines down there. Keto Homestead with Jess. Wild Ones Homestead, how you doing? Lazy Bunny Homestead. St. Bernard Acres is in there. How you doing, Joe? So anyway, we got a couple people that have taken the time right now to put their name on the wheel. If you want to put your name on the wheel, if you want the opportunity for me just to go pick your channel apart, and we're not doing this just to be ornery. We're not. That's not the intent here at all. A lot of people don't know, and this includes a lot of very, very well-known YouTubers. It's surprising what they don't have done that could do nothing but actually make them better. But having mentioned all that, if you type !wheel in the chat, we have a bot from Stream Elements that will give you a link to fill out a small Google form that is linked to the wheel. Put your name on the wheel. And just so you know, the ones I currently see on the wheel are Red Silo Homestead, Wild Ones Homestead, Missy S. Shore Homestead, Walterman Homestead, Homestead Dreaming, Reborn Artist Life, Wonderland Acres. So those are the ones I currently see on the wheel. Wait a minute. Lazy Bunny, what are you saying? Okay. Red, White, and Speckled. Hello, how you doing? Red, White, and Speckled. Interesting name. So, I'm assuming everybody in here is safe and has made it through the bad weather in the Texas, Louisiana area. Yeah, I think it's gonna touch Arkansas. It's gonna come over. It's supposed to be in Ohio on Saturday, I think. So it's a moving. I don't think it's gonna. Other than rain, I don't think it's gonna be a whole lot up our way. So. Well, Lazy Bunny Homestead, if you don't be easy on that chain, you know, it's, I got, you know, that's pretty tough here on this old neck. So, and I'm just teasing with you. All right. So we've got some people on here. Let's talk very quickly about some of the things we're going to be looking at here. As your name is picked on the channel, what we'll do is I use a browser that is not signed in. And I do that for two reasons. Number one, I want to make sure that the search that we're doing easily finds your channel. And to easily find your channel, one of the primary things you can do is to have a channel name that is easy to remember, easy to spell, and nobody else has. Now that obviously as YouTube grows, it's going to get tougher and tougher. But what I'm saying here is if your name is Sue Smith, you don't want a channel that's named Sue Smith because there's probably 50 or more channels out there that's Sue Smith. So those are things we're going to look at as far as your channel name. Channel art. Well, that includes things like your banner, your icon. Does your banner, number one, do you have a banner? Number two, if you have a banner, is it a representation of you and your channel, or is it just a pretty picture? And of course, the icon, well, that's the little round thing that captures some likeness or some logo or something that you want associated with your channel. some people have fantastic little icons. Trouble is, you can't see them. They're too small. They're too detailed. So it's one of these things where you have to, and you'll see this. We're going to show you things here today that you've seen and just maybe not seen. We're going to look at your channel description. Make sure you got your email in the proper location, and links to other platforms, other social media sites, playlists, do's and don'ts, thumbnails. How does your channel present itself? Do you have a channel trailer? And of course, on the other side of that channel trailer area, you can place featured videos. Channel trailers only show up to those that are not subscribed to your channel. So that's the reason. That's another reason we do this, being not signed in. So here's what we do. If everybody's ready, we're going to pull the wheel over here, and we're going to. I believe everybody's. Let me just check and make sure that. Yeah, we're still good. All right, so here's the wheel. Let's go give her a spin and see where it lands. Okay, is it going to stop on Red Silo? Looks like it is. Red Silo Homestead. Okay, let's let me get the other screen over here. Set my cup of coffee down so I don't spill it. And we're going to type that right in here in the YouTube search bar. Red Silo Homestead, 41 subscribers, and they got 10 videos. So this is a brand new channel. All right, I like getting you brand new ones. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Red Silo Homestead. First thing I want to do is I want to go back to your about page. I want to learn something about you. What's that? Rutrow? Okay, let's go find out a little bit about Red Silo Homestead. Description reads as follows. He's a 20-year Navy veteran with a background in electrical engineering and military law enforcement. She's a Navy veteran with a background in law enforcement and corrections. Both managed to escape California, where the Navy dropped them off, and finally made it to their forever home in central Kentucky. This is their story as they recover from military life and start a brand new journey into homesteading. Well, that's a nice write-up. But let me just throw a suggestion out of here. While this is nice, it gives a little bit of background about you. And it does give me a location where you're at. It doesn't give me any substance. And what I mean by substance is, what am I going to see on this channel here? Am I going to see military stuff? Am I going to see farming stuff? Am I going to see, do you have 15 acres? Do you have 500 acres? Do you have a large amount of livestock, or perhaps no livestock? 41. Oh. So the whole point is, and you'll see this as we continue down through, you want multiple lines, multiple short paragraphs, and you want to have what I'm going to call enticing information. You want to share what people are going to see here and make them want to come in and look for more. And that's tough to do. There's no question that's tough to do. But here's something you really need to do. You really need to get your email address here. Now, YouTube provides you a place where you put that. It's behind a click wall. If not subscribed to YouTube, I can't see it. If I'm subscribed, I still have to click on it and say, show me their email for business purposes or whatever. But you really should have your email there. If you have other social media sites, be it Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram or TikTok or all these other crazy platforms, you can link those down here at the bottom. It's also a good place to link PayPal, Amazon affiliate links, just put a subscription link, anything you want there. And up to 5 of those links can be displayed in the lower right-hand corner of your banner here. If you got any questions on how to do that, for anything that we talk about here tonight, you can always send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. I will point you into some areas with help from web pages. And if that does not get you where you need to be, we'll go so far as to even set up a private one-on-one deal here where I can share screens with you and we can talk directly. So Red Silo Homestead, I like what you're doing here, and obviously you're just getting started. Let's see if you have any playlists, and you do, and that's great. And let's go a step further, because something people forget to do on a playlist is add a description. This one does not have a description. Does not have a description. Now let me mention one other thing about a playlist. You have to start a playlist with a video, but don't create a playlist and only have one video in it and keep it that way. In other words, yeah, you got to start here, but plan on within a couple weeks anyway, you've got at least one more and you're accumulating videos into this playlist. But it needs to have a description. Now, maybe that was just an oddity, so we'll check the other one. And again, there's no playlist here. There's no description in this playlist. That becomes very important down the road as you get more videos and you want to alter the appearance of your home page on your web page. Take a peek at the videos. I've held off talking about your banner, and I'm going to hold off until we get back to the front page. So let's look at your thumbnails here on your videos. Now, be critical of yourself. Be extremely critical of yourself when you're looking at your own thumbnails. There are certain areas of the thumbnail that you just can't have anything. In the lower right-hand corner, you can never have text in the lower right-hand corner because YouTube always puts a timestamp over the lower right-hand corner. If you're going to put text on a thumbnail, keep in mind a general rule for text on a thumbnail is whatever you put on it has to enhance the chances of somebody clicking on that picture to see your video. And that doesn't mean to do it in such a way that they can't see what you put on it. And that's one of the issues we have right here. The text on this one is too small. Even with my magnifying glass, it's too small. So the text needs to be bigger. This appears to be, and I believe I will find this to be the case, it appears to be a video taken with your cell phone. Now, folks, I'm down in the lower left-hand corner of your picture. So I'm waving at you here. If you hold your phone in a portrait mode like this, you'll get that type of picture where you have the black sidebars up and down on each side. No matter how much you try to edit that, it's pretty rough to ever make that appear in a decently displayed video to fill the screen. If you just take that cell phone and you hold that cell phone sideways, horizontally, you'll find it fills that screen perfectly. All right, so keep in mind with your thumbnails, you are probably much further ahead to take pictures or modify pictures for the videos you create, rather than to have YouTube just arbitrarily select 3 frames out of the video and say, oh, this one's okay, and this one's okay, this one's okay, which one do you want? Well, you have the 4th choice, and that's one you create. So you have control of that. You want a good, sharp, clear picture. You don't want it to be real busy. You can do custom things with that thumbnail where you can have a border around it. You can have a corner cut off. You can incorporate your logo into a section of that thumbnail. There's a ton of different things you can do, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of those here tonight from what different people do. But the thumbnail has to be interesting. See, you're just too far away here in this picture, even with my magnifying glass here. So you got to zoom that in closer. This is an interesting thumbnail. Prepping to expand the garden with chickens, but those aren't the funniest looking chickens I've ever seen. Okay, so I think you get the point. Let's go back to your home page, and I'm going to start right at the top, and that's with your banner. Please be aware. Let me get my magic marker out here. Let me increase the size of it. From approximately this area right here, where I'm drawing this red line, to approximately this area right here, give or take a little bit. These areas will not show up on a cell phone. Okay. It just won't. They're cut off. They're outside the safe area. YouTube provides you with a template for the banners that show you exactly what's inside the area that will show up across all devices. Now you can have, if you want to get fancy, you can design a thumbnail picture banner that depreciates in such a manner that as it cuts off the sides, it doesn't lose the main course of what there is. In other words, whatever they would have on the outside edges there that wouldn't show, they're just there for filler and to make the bigger picture look bigger anyway. I've had a lot of people ask me, well, why do they require such a big picture for the banner? Well, televisions have caused that, because with the TV, you see that whole picture. So, you don't have that many videos yet. Your biggest game here is going to be create video content. Create video content, work on your thumbnails. Share them out. Share them out with people. Join other groups and communities. Small YouTubers Homestead. Did I say that right? Small YouTube Homesteaders? Small YouTube Homesteaders on Facebook. Lots of people in there. You have to have less than 1,500 to start with there. But after you've grown past that, you don't get kicked out. But it's a great bunch of people. You can share your videos there. You can get all kinds of help from the folks there. It's just a great resource. If you want to post your new videos on Two Family Homestead's Facebook page, be our guest. And you'll find other Facebook pages out there that are put up by various folks. Oh, okay. So that's pretty much where we're at with that. Red Silo Homestead, thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to learning more about your story here, and I'm glad you got out of California. I'm truly am. I'm glad you got out of California, and you're not that far away if you're in central Kentucky. Because I'm going to guess that puts you somewhere. I hope you're not in Louisville, because they're having some problems there. But and we hope to perhaps see you at the picnic, if you can make it. That would be wonderful. So, Red Silo Homestead, thank you so much for being here. Let me get the wheel back up. Get somebody else to pick on here. All right, now before I spin the wheel, I just want you folks to notice that that Smudge and our wheel observer here are practicing social distancing. They're wearing their masks, and those masks were designed and constructed by us. So if you have a desire for some custom masks, you can let us know, and we can fix you right up with those. There, I got my 2 cents in. Mulberry branches are going to stomp on you. Made it to Britton Farm Homestead. All right. Britton Farm Homestead. They have 286 subscribers. They got 31 videos. They have a very nice customized logo that they've done here. And they've incorporated their logo into their banner along with some goats up here. They are playing a trailer video, which is 1 minute 24 seconds in length. That's a great length. With our last ones that we had up here, I didn't even talk about trailer video, but that's something else you should consider. Right now, just create content. That's your big thing, but trailer video will be coming. Trailer videos are a minimum of 30 seconds. Some people say 30 to 90 seconds. I kind of expand that, say a maximum of 3 minutes. If it's more than 3 minutes, it's way too long. But that plays, if you have inserted it in the proper location, that will play to anybody that is not a subscriber that comes to your homepage. It automatically plays. And it's a great place for people to learn about you. So let's go back to the About page and see what Britton Farms is all about. We wanted to leave the city and the rat race and live a simpler life. We sold our house, bought 14 acres, and moved to my family's farm while building our home. We will be off the grid in Georgia with no utilities once our house is completed. This channel will document the troubles and victories of our homestead. I'll be posting a video weekly of what we are working on around the homestead. These will include construction of buildings, barns, and our house. I will also include some how-to videos, which will range from home-cooked meals and how to make birdhouses and planting vegetables. Join us on our journey from the city life to simple country living and self-sustainable life as we are making for our family. I think that's a great write-up. High points. I know how big of a property you have. I know that your desire is to be an off-grid. I know that you're going to be somewhere in Georgia. That gives me a geographical location that I can associate with. Tells me here you're posting a video every week, so I know how often I'm going to see a new video. And you're telling me a little bit about what you're going to be posting the videos on. So if I have a desire to learn how to make birdhouses, I'm for sure going to watch this. So nice job. Yeah, we have chipmunk issues here. We used to not have as many chipmunk issues when we had a cat, but with our traveling, we couldn't have the kitty anymore. So we was rehomed into the path of the storm. Not intentionally in the path of the storm, but that's where the kitty is. Email is in the proper location. You have links to Facebook, and you also have I'm guessing this is going to PayPal, some sort of donation type link. Playlists, got a few. Let's see if you have descriptions on these. And you do. Nicely done. It's not just a couple word description. Nicely done. So let's check one more. I always try to check two. And they both do. So I'm going to make an assumption the other two do. Video. You can get the last 18 of them up here. All right. I like to just pull up the last 18 pictures, videos, thumbnails, and just kind of glance over them and let you decide, where does your eye get drawn to? Which one of these images attracts your eye? Like, I got to see more. I got to go look more. Now, that can be different for different people based upon desires. I mean, you got this rabbit and this one. Well, if you got somebody that really likes rabbits, they're going to be drawn to that one. But facial expressions are always good. But you don't want you don't want it to be too busy. If you have text on the thumbnail, it has to be legible, has to be large enough to read, and it needs to add to the reason for having it there. Okay, and I just got a message here from Todd Lejeune, Reap What You Sow Homestead. They apparently had substantial trees down. Yeah, but I don't know how involved that was. I mean, it might be a lot worse than what that video was showing even. But they are located in Louisiana, so they were in the path of the storm a little bit in, maybe an hour north of Lake Charles? Yeah. About an hour north of Lake Charles is where they were at. And I mean, he didn't give me any details here, but we do try to stay in touch with those folks, and because it happens to be Louisiana right now where that storm came through. But if this were in some other location, this were something coming in off the Atlantic Ocean coast, say into the Carolinas, we have some good friends over there, and we just try to share that. It's part of our community. So, but, well, he simply said, we cripple, we're going to make it, my friend. We took a lick. Well, for Todd to say that, Todd's a big boy. And, he doesn't shy away from much of anything, but if he's saying they took a lick, I'm going to say they've got considerable, if nothing else, cleanup to do. So there was no mention of damage to house or animals, Lady Bunny, so I can't help on that. All right, let's get back to Britton Farm Homestead. We are looking at their thumbnails. I will just mention a couple things. This live tonight, well, some of your letters are not falling on your thumbnail, so it's very difficult to read this. The tomato fever, the TO, I would certainly like to see more contrast into the background if the letters were outlined or something. Your first live over here, you were real close encroaching in that lower right-hand corner here, because YouTube will put that timestamp up there and cover up anything you have on the thumbnail. Fortunately, you can still read this. Now, one thing that Britton Farms does that's nice, they put their little logo in the upper left-hand corner on every one of their videos, and that's just a way to identify them quickly. But I think you could do a little bit more work on these. It's subjective. That's what it is. My thoughts would be different from the next person's. So be your own worst critic. Look at them. Say, what could I do differently here to make it more attractive for somebody to click on it? And the other thing is, you can change these. If you don't like this picture, you can change it. You can change this one. You can change this one. Any of them, you can go change. Things you can do to a video after you've uploaded it, and you can do these without penalty. You can change the title of the video. You can change the thumbnail. You can change the keywords you have at the bottom of the video. You can add end screens. You can add informational cards. All of those things can be done after the video has been uploaded. And a lot of, I'm going to say, the big YouTubers do this. They will upload a video, and then 3 hours later, they're in there and they're changing the title slightly. They're changing the thumbnail. And one of the reasons they do that is because of I'm going to say, the failing YouTube notification thing. If they have gotten, at least this is the mindset some have. If you've gotten your notification and it shows a picture in your notification based upon if it were in a browser screen or on your phone or whatever, and then you go look later and you don't see that picture you thought you looked for, but you see another new picture, you go, wow, did I miss this one too? So it's just a way to try to get more views, more looks on your stuff. Go back to your homepage here. You've done some additions here, and that looks fabulous. So you've added 2 of your playlists individually underneath. You've left them in a horizontal fashion, which is fine. But here are those all important those descriptions, for each and every playlist. They show right up here on that front page when you separate them out. Britton Farms, thank you so much for being here tonight. Hope maybe we give you a couple of suggestions you can use. And go with that. Let's go grab another person off the wheel here. Walterman Homestead. Walterman Homestead has just over 1,000 subscribers, 177 videos, and they have got I see that right? A 19-second, boy, that's short, video trailer. Okay. So short and sweet, but they do have that all-important trailer there. Looking at their banner at the top, Walterman Homestead is nicely centered in the banner. Will certainly display well across all devices. Something to think about. I'm not picking on Walterman Homestead here, but something to think about whenever you get away from block text and you start going into the script form of fonts, script family of fonts. Be very, very careful, because some people just plain can't read it. It's just not where kids are at nowadays. Okay, so let's go back to the About page and find out a little bit about Walterman Homestead. Sure. Oh, well, you could get no. All right. So Sherry's helping me here, but her mic is turned off because she has it in front of her. And anyway, somebody has asked if slideshows are okay for the trailer video. And yes, that's fine. That's fine. You've all seen trailers for movies, for new premiere things that's coming out. The idea behind it is to build excitement, to give you just a short, quick taste of what's coming. What do you expect to see here? And that's what it's all about. It's a great place to say, hey, my name is whatever the case may be, and you're going to see on this channel how we make dynamite. And then for a grand finale, how we blow it up. So I'm being poked and prodded here. So anyway, Walterman Homestead, let's look at the About page. Welcome. Is it Dylan or is it Tylen? Dylan. Okay. Dylan, if you don't pronounce your name Dylan, I was told to say it this way. This is Megan. But this is Megan. Sure. You're sure this is Megan? I got Megan. All right. We are Dylan and Megan Walterman. We have two beautiful children. We are in the early stages of homesteading. We are located in South Central Indiana, Zone 6A. We are learning to get closer to our food by gardening and using what we grow in our garden in our kitchen. We have big dreams and the desire to turn them into reality. Take care and God bless. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Good. Go ahead and right here, put in another blank line. Just stretch it out there. Here's the plus things about what you said. You've said your family of 4, that you're starting learning about homesteading. You have given me a location that you live in. You said the zone area here. You say you get closer to your food by gardening and using what we grow in our garden in our kitchen. So there can be some assumptions made here, and I'm going to just kind of throw these out. Because of the way you wrote this, I'm going to assume, and if this is not the case, maybe consider rewriting or maybe enhance what's currently here. Am I going to see gardening videos here? And if so, is this in-ground gardening? Is this raised bed gardening? Will I see a greenhouse? Will I see big harvest, little harvest? Do you have a 6-acre garden? There's nothing here that tells me the size of your property. Then you further go on and say, using what we grow in our garden in our kitchen. So, am I going to see home-cooked meals, stuff that's passed down from generations to generations? Am I going to get new recipes? I'm going to get... So, and again, these are just... What I'm trying to do is just spark some ideas in your head to let you enhance this a little bit. You have an Instagram link down here. I don't see Facebook, although you've said here you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. I don't think this line needs to be here. If you have links down here at the bottom for Instagram and Facebook, email address is where it should be. That's all wonderful. So let's go back and check some playlists here. And you got a couple of them. So I'm going to pick on this one. The 2020 Garden Collaboration. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. All right, here is a wonderful write-up in the description area for your garden collaboration. Anytime you have a playlist that is a collaborative playlist, in other words, where you have worked with other channels on a common theme, a common goal, everybody's decided they're going to try to grow a lemon that's purple in color, and how was your success stories and all that. That's the only time you should have other channels in your playlist. These are your playlists, but because this is a collaboration, yeah, put these other ones in here by all means. Not a Green Thumb, Happy Hello Homestead, Popular Creek Homestead, Misty at Shore, and so on and so forth. Nice job. Just done this beautifully. Now let's get back into some of your stuff. I'm going to go for a big one here. Okay. All right, got a nice write-up here. And see, these are all yours, and that's wonderful. That's just exactly the way that it should be. And none of these are marked as deleted. None of these are marked as not available. So, yes, absolutely. Big thumbs up. Nicely done. Let's look at some of your videos here, the thumbnails. Get the last 18 of them up here. Okay. Nice job. Nice job. I want you all to kind of pay attention here. Some of the real positive things they've done here. Number one, none of the thumbnails are overly busy. So that's a big plus. For the most part, we're looking at pretty much just two subjects. So we've got just a couple faces in there. There's a few where there's more, but it's and that's fine. That's all part of doing this. Now here's and I love these grayed out areas. Okay, with the question marks. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Now let's talk about some of the bad stuff. Text too small. Text blends into the background too small. Text is too small. Again, text is too small. Little difficult to read. Could be size. And this one is in the lower right hand corner there, where the text is behind the timestamp, and again size as well. So Megan, I'd like to see you just increase your font size here a few notches, make it a little bigger. The overall, your thumbnails are wonderful, but there's as good as your pictures are, I think your text is taking away from it. I think this one would have been just as good without having any text on it. All right, let's go back into the home page here. And they've modified their home page slightly. They have taken the upload container and made it vertical instead of horizontal. And okay, Megan, I'm going to pick on you here now. Check out some of our playlists. Just do your playlists individually. If you do your playlists individually, that description that you work so hard to write on, to give people more information, to give them more insight as to what they're going to see in your playlist, that shows up here. This does not show up in this fashion. So put playlists up here individually. Walterman Homestead, nice job. I like your little logo thing here with the four of you in there, but do be aware from a logo standpoint, that would be very difficult to do anything with from a branding standpoint. Whether it be if you wanted to do shirts, for example, this would be very difficult. Full color, four people, squished together. It would not lend itself to that. That's all I got for you. Nice job. All right, let's go spin the wheel again. Red Silo, we've already done you. So we're not going to do it twice in the same night here. These folks, if you get an error in filling out the form, you have the ability to go back in and edit or whatever you need to do to make that correct. Just saying. Oh, Megan, if you're on the road, you better stop at the local gas station there and get yourself $1 lottery ticket, because you're on fire tonight. Your luck is exceedingly blessed here. RV weekends, it looks like. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one because we like our camper. RV weekends. Okay, they have roughly 1,160 some subscribers. 99 videos. Let's just see what we have here. RV weekends, making memories one weekend at a time. Nice little tagline there on that banner. The banner's going to display well across all devices. Nicely done. You have a 54-second trailer video here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's go check out more. Let's go to the About page. Description reads as follows. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Robert and Sherry, and we are living full-time in our RV. We are 50-something empty nesters that decided in order to live our dreams and to follow God's teachings, we need to become debt-free. Becoming debt-free will allow us to travel, share the word, and bless others. We follow Dave Ramsey's philosophy on debt and are working the baby steps. We would love to share our journey, adventures, memories, and mistakes while learning this new way of life. We camp mostly on the weekends around Florida. We also will have longer adventures on special occasions to other states when we have more time off from our jobs. We have lots of cool and exciting things coming our way in the next few months, so please be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. Okay. I like your write-up, but let me just throw something out here. Yeah. And this is definitely an opinion thing. But you will find that because you have this one big long paragraph here, people's eyes go a little bit crazy, and it starts skipping and it starts going over words, and they're not getting the full context of what you've written. So to best engage, have a paragraph with no more than 3 lines. And when I say 3 lines, I understand on a squeezed window or something that stretches the lines out because of the word wrapping and so forth. But on a full standard size page, like what you're looking at here, no more than 3 lines without a white space between them. It just makes it easier to read, easier to follow, so on and so forth. Now, I have a question for you, because you start out, it says you're living full-time in an RV, but so and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm hoping that I'm looking to see if maybe you've said anything here. Yep, you're right there. Okay. And I'm curious. If you live full-time in your RV, is this at an RV park somewhere, and then you leave the park and go to other places on occasional weekends? So this RV park is in close proximity to where you have your jobs? Is that how that works? I'm just curious. And maybe that's somewhere within your content here. But you have an email address here. You have links to Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, and Twitter. You've not been doing this all that long. This channel here was started or joined Christmas last year. So you're 9 months in, if that. Live on family land. Okay. So what do they call that? Mooch docking? Is that what they All right. Well, I'm gonna have to check out some stuff here on your channel, but that would be one of my recommendations here, as far as making this easier to read. Playlists, got a couple. I'm gonna go into the grand design. We're the proud owners of a Grand Design Transcend Explorer 260RB. And of course, our model. All right. Okay. Nice. You got the description in there, that all-important description. Let's binge it all. Is that supposed to be all your videos? We're going to go lives. Did today. RV Weekends live chat. So these are your live streams. All of our lives in one happy playlist. Okay. Okay. That's not a bad idea to do those. Let's do one more. Let's do the keys. Florida Keys, past and present. Very nice. Okay. Let's take a peek at some of your thumbnails. Now here's where we're gonna get a little bit more critical here. Hopefully in a very nice way for you. Let me try to get these set here. All right. We're just stopping here for a moment for you to glance over these thumbnails, and you decide yourself which one of these is catching your eye, is enticing you to go click on it. For everybody, it's probably going to be a little different, but hopefully there's something out here that is enticing you. And while you're thinking about that, let's talk about some things that are pretty rough to deal with. You've done a good job of not having stuff in front of the time that YouTube takes in the lower right-hand corner. Done a great job with that. You've done a great job with incorporating your logo, this little piece right here, into all of your thumbnails someplace. Not always in the same location. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. And it's not in every one, but it's in most of them. But the problem, I'm not going to say it's a problem. One of the things I have noticed is so many of your thumbnails look alike. This one looks very much like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And this one looks very much like this one. This one looks like this one, and this one, and this one. So if they're so similar, here's the problem with having the similar thumbnails. If somebody sees that thumbnail, they're going to say, oh, I already saw that video. because they're remembering the thumbnail. That's what caught their eye to begin with. So if the thumbnails are identical or so close to being identical that it's hard to differentiate, you could be costing yourself some views. A lot of things in your thumbnails are quite small. I think if I were you, I would do some experimentation. Instead of having a thumbnail that had 2, 4, 5, or 6 small images in it, go more for the single image like this, where you can see your guys' faces and expressions and smiles, and those will definitely help people click on a thumbnail. So, and I think this almost proves it here. This Sunday live chat, 118 views due to 141 views. I don't know. But I know this, I'm going to want to try to catch one of your Sunday lives. So let's go back to your homepage. Am I going to see somewhere? I don't recall seeing that in the About section. Let me go back here and look. I don't see anything in your About page here where you do lives every Sunday. In what time? So I don't see anything there. I don't see anything up here in the banner. Where would I garnish this information from if you don't make it known? I'm just trying to throw a couple things out there for you. I would take some of your playlists, do them individually down here, especially since you've taken the time to put good descriptions on them. Well, number one, we got to know when it is. So, yeah, but we can certainly make an attempt to do that. Yeah, put some of your playlists down here at the bottom. Just create individual containers. Don't fall into the grouping like here's a bunch of my playlists. Do them individually. Think about how you're going to do it. Think about how you want them laid out. If you want them in a horizontal or vertical format. Decide if you want to maintain an upload container on your front page here. Some people do not. Stay away from many of the catch-all things that YouTube throws at you, and that would be things like most popular videos. Don't go into those. Don't go into current activities. Just stay away from that. Okay. Well, the way that you do it, and I'm not going to go into deep detail here because we just don't do that on Thursday nights here, but what you do is you go into you're signed in, go to your homepage, customize your homepage. And then as you scroll down at the bottom, I mean, you've obviously done some of this because you've got your trailer video up here. So that puts you into that customization area. As you scroll down, you're going to find that there somewhere around here, there's going to be a little pencil that you can edit things. Down here at the bottom, you can do add a container or add something. And you can add playlist, add individual playlists. you can elect to choose the layout, even for this uploads. This uploads doesn't have to be horizontal. You can change that to be a vertical layout. The problem with uploads, as I see it, is there's never a description. That's a YouTube catch-all thing. That's something that they put there for everybody. So it's up to you, whatever you decide to do with it. And like I said before, anytime that we talk about something you don't know how to do it, you can always send me an email to familyhomestead@gmail.com. And we'll be more than happy to help you out the best that we can in whatever way we have to do it. Let me just check the wheel. And, I need Sherry's mic working here. So you guys are just going to have to hold tight here for just a moment. I got to get relinking the spreadsheet to the wheel. Okay. All right, let's get the wheel back up, get somebody else out here. RV Weekends, thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to seeing more on your channel. Okay. Britton Farm, if you're out and about, you better stop at the gas station on the way home and get yourself a $1 lottery ticket, because you are a winner twice tonight. Oh my goodness. Britton Farm, you better up your ante here. You better get yourself a $2 lottery ticket. There we go. There we go. Think it's going to stop. Yep, we got the Wild Ones. Wild Ones Homestead. Wild One Homestead has 685 subscribers. They got 66 videos out there. Let's go check them out. Whoa. I like your banner. Banner is, it's colorful. It's very plain, easy to read. Nice choice there. You have got a trailer video in here that's 1 minute and 51 seconds long. Great length. And is that a Great Pyrenees? Just curious. But I'm looking at your little logo here. And again, that's I will mention that although it's a great picture, it's not necessarily the thing you maybe want for a logo. I mean, this is... that would just be a little difficult to throw together with branding for your channel. Okay, let's go to the About page. Take a peek at the description. And it starts off with, welcome to Wild Ones Homestead. I'm Michelle, mama of 2 feral children and a pack of critters. I like that. feral children. In early 2018, my husband left the military after almost 10 years of service. We decided to sell our home, which was located in the foothills of Mount Rainier, and move back to Wisconsin. In December of 2018, we finally found a new place to call home on 11 acres. Since moving in, we have been very busy developing it into a perfect new homestead for our family. So far, we have expanded the original garden, put up fencing for our animals, built a barn and a chicken coop, and many more things to come. Follow along as we share life on our homestead, tips on animal keeping, cooking, gardening, projects, and preserving food. There is no posting schedule here. We just upload when there is something to share. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when we post. I think that is a great write-up. You've got a lot of information here. It's easy to read. I'm not sure what all these little emoji things are. Yeah, just keycheese, I guess. It's not sure. Okay, you got the email address in the right place. Links to Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Goodreads. Which, oh, look at this. This Goodreads. Look at this. Okay, Goodreads. Yeah. Okay. All right. Goodreads is not a real popular one that we run across, so I just had to go check it out. Playlist. Let's see what you have here, Michelle. You have got a few playlists. Let's look at your garden 2020. And you have got a very, very nice write-up here. Nicely done. Absolutely. And let's pick out another one here, the how-to DIY videos. And again, another description. I'm going to assume they all have description. I'm not seeing any issues here at all. Take a peek at some of your thumbnails. So, folks, here's the last 18 thumbnails. Which one catches your eye? Which one do you want to go look at first? Well, the purple flowers, the one that catches your eye? You've got some great thumbnails here. You got some great thumbnails. And here's the thing that, at least wise, in my opinion, makes them very good. They're not overly busy. You've got, it's zoomed in on a subject matter, not a bunch of things. For the flowers, subject matter. For the veggies, zoomed in. Just great. Absolutely wonderful. Big thumbs up on your thumbnails. All right, let's go back to your homepage here and see what you've modified that with. Your uploads is obviously that's the default. But now you've added chicken keeping in a horizontal, garden 2020, horizontal, maple sap. Big pluses. Do I suggest no words? Okay. Yes and no. And let me clarify that. If you use text on a thumbnail, it has to enhance the thumbnail. And I'm not always the best at doing this either. But text on a thumbnail needs to be an enticement, an additional reason to get somebody to click on that thumbnail. So the picture itself, that's the number one thing. It's got to attract somebody's attention enough for them to look at the name of the video. Some people, when you stop to think about this, that show that was called The Voice, where they had the singers that were not looking at the person doing the singing, and just by ear, they heard what they liked, they spin around. Well, consider your thumbnails to be the same sort of way. Are you going to click on that thumbnail regardless what the title says, just from something in that thumbnail? Are you going to look hard enough at that thumbnail that then you're going to go down and read the title and decide, oh, yeah, this is really good, and I'm going to go look at it? I mean, let's face it, folks, it's a conscious decision to go look at a video. So you're either looking at it because they're friends of yours, because it's somebody you know, or you have an interest in the subject matter at hand. So this is where clickbait will get you into trouble. If you have a clickbaity type thumbnail and your video doesn't deliver on what people expected to see from the thumbnail, that's not good. That will turn people off very quickly. So, Wild Ones Homestead, I think you are doing a fantastic job. Matter of fact, I think we need to include her with some of our lists of recommended channels to go look at. That this is a good example of, you definitely have a good example, I feel, type channel. Wild Ones Homestead, nice job. Very nice. You can go get the wheel ready. Thanks for being here, and do come back. And if, with your permission, we're going to start using you as some other examples like we do with some other folks that we have in here. Okay. Well, you folks all heard me just talk about channels that we recommend you go look at. This is one of them. Homestead Dreaming. Just absolutely a great example So they have just over 3,000 subscribers, 193 videos. And she's redone this. She has a new banner. She has a new banner. Okay. And, you know, it's my job to be critical. I don't like the text you used on your Homestead Dreaming. I love the flower, the out of focus greens, self-sufficiency in the city. But, well, hi, Linda. How you doing? But I'm not a fan of the font that you've used for Homestead Dreaming, me personally. I think it's a bit difficult to read. So this is a change in hers. But I'll already tell you, folks, you can use this channel as a wonderful example. We'll jump back here to the About page. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She has a decent description here. There's lots of white space. It's very easy to read. It flows well. Welcome, dreamers. We are Kira and... Why is it hard for me to say that? Kira? We are Kira and Steve, and this is our journey. We are homestead dreaming, meaning that we aspire someday to have many acres of our own to cultivate, but until then, we're making the most of the space we have. We are slowly but surely trying to become as self-sufficient as we can, being on our tiny 1/5 of an acre lot in northeast Oklahoma, Zone 6B. So grab a drink, and I hope you enjoy the ride as we navigate the ins and outs of growing our own food, caring for our livestock, and stocking our shelves. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. We'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded. Look at the amount of information she got into that. Not a lot of property, but they're going to show you the gardening. They're going to show you they have livestock. It's just, she gives you the growing zone that they're in. She gives you the general location, geographical location, so you can relate to that. Email addresses in the proper location, links to Amazon, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Playlist, she's got more than a few. And just to show you, we'll pick two out at random, but she has got that description going on these playlists. Okay. Let me just, I'm gonna throw this out at her. Collaborations and challenge videos. And I purposely went here because I expected to find more other channels, and I only found one. But this is a place where you do put other channels. When you have the word collaboration or challenge or anything in here that that relates to where you have worked with another channel on a common goal. So they do have in here, they have the Haskins family video, but all the rest of these are yours. All right. Videos, great thumbnails. Now let's just talk about these thumbnails for just a moment. The text that she has in these has a very, very high contrast to the background. It's very, very easy to read. Great facial expressions in the majority of the thumbnails. That's always a big plus. YouTube, their artificial intelligence engines pick up on facial expressions. And so this is all plus. She was very, very close in this one where she almost got it hidden behind the timestamp. But one of the other things that she does here, and there are other channels that do this too, is if you look at these colors, they're enhanced. She's taken vivid to a new level, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, it makes them stand out a little bit. Now, if it went to the point where her skin was purple or something, that might be overdoing. But no, this is fine. On the home page, she has the standard uploads containers, and she has taken a lot of her videos, bounced them back and forth between horizontal and vertical formats. He just does a nice job. And we very much appreciate what she does and her coming into the show here tonight and sharing with you folks. We use her channel as an example. It's a good example. She's doing a lot of things perfectly right. Get another spin up here. Looks like maybe Keto Homestead with Jess. All right, Keto Homestead with Jess. She's got everything on her banner will display well across all devices. I have mentioned this before, so we'll mention it again. I feel that the text here is a bit on the small side. It's just, in some cases, going to be hard to read, especially on a phone, just for example. One 1 minute and 28-second trailer video. Nicely done there. About page reads as follows. My husband and I have been living a homesteading lifestyle now for 10 years. I've been a state-tested nurse's aide for 19 years. Follow our journey here in Northeast Ohio on our 5-acre homestead. We raise hogs, feeder piglets, 2 Holstein cows, meat rabbits, ducks, chickens, and turkeys. We also garden and preserve the harvest. I am and have been keto for 6 years. I'm very passionate and love sharing and teaching about my keto lifestyle and my journey. This channel was created to document our journey and lifestyle for my children and all of you. On our channel, you will see and learn about our lifestyle on keto, also farm animals, gardening, foraging, canning, cooking, and morning chats. Hope you enjoy my channel, show support, and just give your comments and feedbacks. Email address is in the proper location. Links to Facebook, Instagram, has an Amazon wish list, and she has that all-important subscribe button down there. Playlists. She has a couple. Let's go with the keto canning. And she has here a nice description. Let's see if that's a fluke or not. So let's do this one. It only has one video in it. Ah, very good. Got that description. Looking at her thumbnails. Okay, I'm going to pick on a couple. What is the difference between almond flour, and I'm guessing it's going to be coconut flour? The text on here is too small. It would certainly not be able to be seen very well on a phone. even though the red text appears to be somewhat of a high contrast to black and green and white, which is what it's over top of. At least wise to my eyes, this is still kind of blending in. It's difficult to read. Same way here. I think you would, and this is an opinion thing, I think you would have done better to put to downsize the picture, make the picture downsize, and have a blank sideboard with highly contrasting colors between text and a blank background, kind of like what you did down here. In both of those cases. Now, the My Essentials down here, that one's very easy to read. Green Tomatoes, easy to read. Garden Update, that's great. These, I know you're using shopping, store logos, but that's the only reason you can get by on this, because they are store logos. People are going to recognize what they are right away. If they did not know, they would be too small to read. Otherwise, nicely done. Back to the home page. Got your uploads. You've added keto lifestyle, keto breakfast, morning chat with Jess, keto dinners, everything garden, clean and organized with me. Okay, nicely done. Okay, Jess, you've done a nice job here. I would strongly consider modifying this a little bit. Okay. All right. Keto Homestead with Jess, thank you for being here. We appreciate you coming. Let's get the wheel back up on the board. Make Smudge dizzy. Oh, here we go. Oh, I better be careful. We're going to be seeing him here shortly. Samson Farms. Okay, these are some folks that we know out of Tennessee, if I remember right. And this guy is so short that yeah, if you're not looking for him, you'll miss this guy, because he's just a little short shit. All right, got a 52-second trailer. 1,350 subscribers. I'm trying to get a handle on what I'm looking at here on his banner, and I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I see the information, but I'm looking at the background. What is this guy doing over here on the? What do you think this banner is? Picture what? But I will also say that this is the first person I've seen incorporate the play button into the banner. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So okay. And obviously on a computer or on a phone, you're not going to see all that. And I would be curious, Nathan, on a phone, just exactly where this cuts off. But the important part here, the verbal information, the text information is going to show good on all devices. So that's all a plus thing here. Go to the About page. Description reads as follows. Hey there, I am Nathan with Samson Farms, and welcome to my channel. I'm an Army combat veteran who served in Iraq. After traveling the world, I still came back home to Northwest Tennessee. Yeah, cut it off right. Okay. Yep. I grew up never quite knowing what a homesteader was until I found out I was on YouTube. But I grew up gardening and raising horses, cattle, and chickens. We garden in Zone 7A using a variety of different methods. I like to share the knowledge I have acquired over my lifetime with others. I've incorporated woodworking into our homestead to help finance our various projects. I turn several different items on a small lathe that we have found useful on the homestead and sell to others. I hope you enjoy as my family and I take our recently acquired 3 acres and transform it into a productive land that supports our needs and self-sufficient goals. Come join us as we share our life with you. And he has a post office box where you can actually mail him. And rumor has it, he really likes mail. So there's the address, folks. Send him a postcard and make his day. And make Tempe's day too. That's his daughter. Links to Facebook, Instagram, PayPal, and also the web store. And I'm going to put in a shameless plug for him here. He does some fantastic stuff on his lathe. He makes a little coffee scoop that is just unbelievable. Makes that thing called, what's that thing called? A dibble? He makes dibbles. And yep, he makes dibbles. Makes it easy to plant seeds. So he just really nice guy, especially for only standing maybe 4'6", 4'7". It's more like 6'4" or 6'6". Playlist. Let's see what he has here. Cooking with Nate. And he's got a nice description here. Oh, and folks, he will be at the Homesteaders Picnic in Kentucky, September the 12th. And he is a participant, I am told, in the venison cook-off. So this is one of your adversaries should you decide to enter that venison cook-off. So nicely done here. Let's go pick out another one. Do the mail call. Nicely done, Nathan. Great job. Let's go look at some videos, some thumbnails. Okay. So let's just talk about these for just a moment. and I know why he has done this, but you folks make your own decision as to whether you think this is valid or not. On his Tuesday Night Lives, he has frequently used the same exact picture. I'm not saying that's good, bad, or indifferent, but especially on a live show, because very few people go back after the fact and watch it complete live, unless it's somebody that they know and they're going back to see what they missed and they know when the lives were. But the whole point is here, the difference between this one and this one and this one, you cannot tell by the thumbnail. Can't tell the difference between these by the thumbnail. And actually, I'm almost wondering here if maybe this isn't one where he was interrupted and picked back up. And that could be the case. Something else that he is doing on a high percentage of his thumbnails, he's putting this little logo up in the upper left-hand corner. Overall, pretty darn good job. Some of the text is a little bit small on some of them, but overall, pretty darn good job. Back on the home page, let's see how he's modified this, and he has. He has taken the uploads container completely out. He's replaced it with his quail playlist, cooking with Nate, his workshop playlist, the warm bin, and mail call. So definitely made this page his own. I was not aware how much the advertisements were landing on these trailer videos. But that's neither here nor there. Nathan, great job. Looking forward to seeing you next month here. Actually, that's what, a couple weeks? So looking forward to seeing you in Kentucky here in a few weeks. Thanks for being here, Nathan. We always appreciate you. Good having you in the chat. Mulberry Branch Farm. All right, let's go check out Mulberry Branch Farm. $531 subscribers. They got 92 videos. I like their little logo thing over here. Mulberry Branch Farm, new videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you've been with us the whole time here tonight, you heard me talk earlier about how you can create a banner that degrades well. This is one of those, because this banner looks good as it is here. It'll look good on a phone as well. As you move down into the handheld devices, you'll find that about right here, And about right here, none of this will show up on a phone. None of this will show up on a phone. And that's fine because you're seeing this. And yet, to see that on a computer or tablet, nice job. Now, here's what I'm not seeing, Mulberry Branch Farm. I'm not seeing a trailer video. So I would seriously consider doing a trailer video. It should be ideally 30 to 90 seconds, but no more than 3 minutes in length. Just a quick thing about you, about your channel, what people can expect to see there. Sometimes a little blooper thing is an ideal little something to catch the eye, make them want to come see more, because it automatically plays here for somebody that is not subscribed to your channel. Now, rest assured, I can tell you right now, looking over here, Sherry's Two Family Homestead is subscribed to your channel, but when I do these shows, the browser I'm using is not signed in. Therefore, it is not subscribed to anybody since I'm not signed in. And that way we get to see what you have in the way of a trailer video. Let's go look at the About page and get some more information on your channel. Welcome to Mulberry Branch Farm. It's been a decade since we purchased 13 acres with a retired cornfield and property line bursting with mulberry trees here in east central Indiana. We could never have imagined the journey we were about to embark on. We built our little slice of heaven from the dirt up, and we want to share the adventures with you, dear viewer. Our life here on the farm never offers a dull moment. It keeps us on our toes and off our behinds. We are blessed to be able to raise our daughter on this patch of land where she can learn lessons no school could ever teach. Our videos feature vlogs, how-to, livestock, husbandry and care, gardening, beekeeping, and everyday antics. We post a new video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sit down and watch a while. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. Want to keep up with me and my little farm and my little family? Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Have your email address in here in the proper location. Link to Facebook, link to Instagram. Nice job. Very nice. Folks, just pay attention to this. There's so much information here. 13 acres. It was probably part of a much, much bigger farm, I'm guessing, by reading this. Retired cornfield and property line. Mulberry trees are not an uncommon thing in the Indiana, Western Ohio area. Yeah, Heather has one. Well, East Central Indiana. Okay. Nice job. Let's go see what you have in the way of playlists. Got a few. DIY and how-tos. Let's go look at this one. Always try to pick out a couple. Look at this wonderful description. Fabulous. Okay. And I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but not all of these videos in this playlist are yours. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes we are the ones that actually point out to you folks that, hey, you got somebody else's video in your playlist. You do know that. And this may be one of those cases, because here is a video from a Joe Mills. Just showing you. I don't think it belongs there. And let's do all things goat care. Another wonderful description. Nicely done. Okay. And you have one thing in here that is not that I do not feel it belongs. It's not yours. There's an MTV catfish, a Lawrence and Sierra. These things have no business being in here. Okay. Okay. So, and this is something, sometimes we find this. I don't know how it happens. We've had it happen to us. Collaborations. These are the playlists that should have other channels in here. Our Half Acre Homestead, the Backyard Tradesman, Beach Sweet Farm. Yeah, this is great. This is exactly what you do with these collaborations. And of course, you promote it. Take a look at your thumbnails. Okay, let me get them better centered here on the page for everybody. First thing I like about your thumbnails is you have you've turned the vivid color on, so they're enhanced color-wise. It makes them stand out a little bit more, but not to the point where it's turning your skin purple. So that's a good thing. Most of your text is a large enough font, easy to read. Most of it. There's a few things that are not. Example would be this. Whatever's in this little blown up splat area here. The text on the bench here is probably pretty close to being too small. But for the most part, it's very good. However, I get the impression that they're, in general, they're just a little busy. They're too busy. So, just you know, you've heard us talk about this. Thumbnails it's your own art, and it's very subjective. You know, what draws one person's attention will maybe not draw somebody else's. But this one here, the good, the bad, the ugly, it's so busy, and the text tends to blend in a little bit. It's just, I'm not comfortable with it. And that's pretty much all I can say. But overall, I like your thumbnails. Great smile, great interaction for doing this. Let's go look at the main page here. All right, so you've got your uploads. I think we mentioned you need to create a trailer video. So now we've got we have some playlists here. So Green Thumbs Unite, kidding videos, DIY how-tos. Nice job. Absolutely. Great job. Well, folks, it is after 7. It is after 7. So it's time for us to go do some supper. I want to thank everybody for being here. I don't know yet. I see BC Truck is in the room here. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Special thank you to our moderators, all those folks with the little blue wrenches behind them. They do a fantastic job for us, and we certainly appreciate everything you do for us. Very special thank you to our channel members, those little folks dressed in green and have the little icon, specialty icons behind them. You guys help us in more ways than you know. So if you'd like to become a Smudges People channel member, you can click that join button down below. We'd love to have you. And don't forget, we give back to you folks. So it's not an all-take situation by any stretch of the imagination. Cherry, anything? Okay. I'm not seeing anybody asking any questions. Monday night live. We're going to have some naked people on. The naked gardeners are going to be the guest on Monday Night Live. Just letting everybody know. So you might want to wear sunglasses that night. But it'll be a great time. They're wonderful folks. I just don't know why or how they came up with that name, but nevertheless, you want to join us with Sydney and Tori, the Naked Gardeners. A great channel. Rebel Canners, Cecilia Jansen, Keto Homestead with Jess, Geeky Gardens, Rustic Traditions Homestead, Wild Ones Homestead, Little Piece of Heaven's Farm, Ollie's Humble Home, Oily's Humble Home, also known as the Oily Prepper. Hello. So, thank you all for being here. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. If you're in path of the storms, just take care, stay safe. And for those that couldn't join us tonight because maybe your internet was out or other things, well, we'll just see you the next time. Just take care of yourselves, and we will see you later. Good night, folks.